The vaccine fits in perfectly with our faith. Vaccine is about saving life. It's about the preservation of life. It's about the value of life. And life for Judaism is what is the most central, most important thing that we have, the gift of life, and we have the responsibility to look after our lives, our health, and the lives and health of those around us. My name is Ralph Genede. I'm the senior rabbi here at Jewish Care, and I'm also the rabbi of something called Kilat Kesher, or the connecting community. I think the way that we need to treat and respond to people is by offering them the support that they may need, practical support, as well as offering moral support. So in other words, it's not enough just to say, I feel for you. Empathy is, of course, the basis of humanity, but empathy needs to be put into action as well. And I think for me, it is beautifully embodied in an image which comes out of the Bible. One of the most famous images is a dream that Jacob has of a ladder, and the ladder has its feet firmly embedded in the ground and its head up in the heavens. And I think that is the approach that we take, is that we need to consider people's basic needs, practical needs, feet on the ground, but we also have to help lift up people and give them hope and aspiration that with the right kind of treatment, you will get through this. We will be practicing COVID safety by following all the regulations and restrictions that are needed, which are there for a good reason, to protect us all and to ensure that we can have that togetherness, the things that we really have been craving for and missing, that face-to-face, eye-to-eye and soul-to-soul contact. For many people, especially after long lockdowns, there is that anxiety of getting back into things. And I think that communication, speaking to people, reassuring people, and of course, the most obvious thing is bringing the good medical advice into it as well. So we draw on our tradition to say that we want to look after you, but we also say, let's draw on, see what the best practical advice is. Let's talk it through and see what is it that worries you, what do you have anxieties about, and how can we counter and address those. There is an old African proverb which says that people need people to be people. We need that physical contact. The great philosophers have told us as well is that we are social beings. So we crave for connection to other people. And so one thing that will be great is that sense of togetherness, that camaraderie, that energy that comes out of people being together, which is an emotional energy, but it's a spiritual energy as well. And it's what gives our life a sense of substance, vitality, and meaning. I think we appreciate the importance of community now more than ever. Probably on the basis of that, when you've been deprived of something and then you get it back, you appreciate it so much more. And within the Jewish community, we have here in Melbourne many survivors, or dwindling actually, survivors from the Shoah, from the Holocaust. And we learn from them, just seeing their attitude to life is that we have life now. If you've been given this gift back to you, use it wisely. Use it to the full. Most famous of survivors, Viktor Frankl, the great man of logotherapy, said when he was liberated from the camps, he said a verse from the book of Psalms came to him, which is, in Hebrew, says, Imam Hakim, I called out to you, God, from the narrow places, Mina Meitza Karatia, Anani Bamechavia, and you answered me with a broadness. In other words, once I came out of that dark place that I've been in now, wow, that sense of expansiveness, that sense of liberation, that sense of what life has to offer, I'm going to now embrace it in a way and use it hopefully more wisely and carefully and vigorously than I have before. The vaccines give us hope. We Jewish people are people of hope. We've been through pretty dark and desperate times. And I think one thing we can draw from our history is that you can get through with the right kind of attitude, the right frame of mind, a little bit of faith and community and humanity. You can get through, and we will get through this.